Peaches are one of my favorite fruits. I don't think they're in season long enough, and I make a lot of peach cobbler at this time of year. The warm mixture of the sweetened, juicy, fresh peaches topped with a buttery biscuit layer, and to finish it off, a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It's the perfect way to end any summertime meal. Make sure you stick around till the end of this video, see if you notice anything different. Let me show you how easy it is to put this peach cobbler recipe together. Pronto? Allora andiamo a cucinare. Ciao my friends, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Lucia and this is where I share my easy, healthy recipes for everyday cooking. So let's get started on today's peach cobbler recipe. To start with, I have 2.5 pounds of peaches that I've already cut up into just some small bite-sized pieces. This is a great way to use up peaches that are half extra ripe or they're brown or whatever. It's a great way to use up the good part of the peaches if you have some that are half and half. Otherwise, just go ahead and use up the peaches that you have. To this, we're gonna add some brown sugar to add some sweetness. Now, the amount of brown sugar you're gonna add is gonna depend on how sweet your peaches are. If they're really sweet, I don't think you're gonna need a lot. Then we're gonna add some fresh lemon juice. And to that, we're gonna add some cornstarch, just a little bit of salt to enhance the flavor. And I like to add some vanilla bean paste because it's got all those nice little pieces of the specks of the vanilla beans in there, and I love it. If you don't have it, not a big deal. You can just add vanilla extract, that's fine. And so now we're just going to toss everything to well incorporate. Now for my peaches, I left the skin on. You could take the skin off if you wanted to. They're really simple to peel. If you've ever peeled tomato skins, it's the same process. You just take some boiling water, dunk the peaches in the water for about 10-20 seconds, take it out into an ice bath, place it in there, and then you can just go ahead and the skin will just peel off really easy. I don't mind the skin. I also think there's a lot of nutritional value and fiber in the skin, so I do leave it on, but I know some people just don't like it, and that's fine. Now the other thing is, if you don't have fresh peaches, you can use canned peaches for this recipe as well if it's off season. You can also use frozen peaches. All right, so let's just set that aside. All right, now that they're all mixed and well incorporated, I have a 8x8 baking dish, and I'm just gonna add my peaches to that. And we just wanna even out all the peaches. And just so we don't dirty up another bowl, we can just use the same bowl. And now we're gonna do the topping that's gonna go on top of the peaches. So to this, we're gonna add our flour. And we need to add some butter as well. We need to break it up. Now, if you want to use a food processor, you can, or you can just cut it up into small little pieces and just work the flour in between your fingers. I actually like to take my butter and freeze it, and then just use this hand grater and grate the butter in here, and you'll see that it makes it all into nice little pieces. And then every so often, I just mix it up with the flour so it coats, and then I just keep grating until it is completely grated. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, now that my butter is all incorporated and just slightly coated with the flour, I will add the rest of the ingredients. So to that, I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm gonna add some baking powder, some baking soda. I'm gonna add some cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg, and some regular sugar. And you want to make sure all those ingredients are pretty well incorporated. And then to that, I'm just going to add just a little bit of milk. And I'm just going to mix this up with my hands. And that milk is going to bring some of the flour together in some clumps, but not all of it, and that's fine because that's what you want for this buttery crust that we're going to top our peaches with. All right, so now that our crust is all made, we're just now going to take it and sprinkle it all over our peaches. And just kind of push the peaches down as well as you put it, the crust on top. So I like to place my cobbler on this aluminum pan just so that if it bubbles over, it doesn't get the oven messy. But I do have the oven preheated at 375, and I'm now going to place this in the oven and have it cook till you'll notice the edges will start to get all bubbly, and that will be the sign that it's done. And so it should take anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes for that. All right, so our peach cobbler is ready. It is fantastic. It was all bubbling and the top is all nice and golden brown. And so while that was cooking, hopefully you've noticed that we got our fall theme in here in the kitchen, so I hope you guys like it. So we're ready for fall here. And this is just the start. So now that our cobbler is done and it's cooled, because it does need to cool a little bit, now we can go ahead and serve it. And so I usually just cut a nice little piece here with some of that great buttery crust, put it on a plate, and of course, peach cobbler would not be complete with either some sweetened whipped cream or some vanilla ice cream. And so I'm just going to go for the vanilla ice cream. We're just going to put a nice couple scoops on here. Like I said, this is a great way to finish a summer meal with that ice cream. It is super delicious. Let's go ahead and give it a try here. That top is nice and crispy and buttery, and the peaches are so sweet. It is perfect. And as this ice cream melts on top, it's going to be really yummy. So I hope you guys give this one a try. And until next time, I'm Chef Lucia, and I'll see ya. Ciao.